Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Tania, and I work as a Data and Product Analyst in a company that creates AI in medicine. And today I'm going to tell you a lecture that calls AI in Medicine, Revolutionizing Healthcare Through Intelligence. Welcome, everyone. And today's presentation is about a fascinating world of artificial intelligence in medicine. Don't worry, this isn't going to be a lecture filled with confusing words and intimidating charts. My goal is to keep things simple and clear. Here is what we are going to cover today. We'll start with the basics. What is AI and why it is such a big deal in healthcare? Then we'll dive into some real world examples of how AI is already changing the game. For those of you who love a little tech talk, don't worry, we've got a section on the technical side of AI, but I promise it will be very easy to follow. And finally, we'll wrap things up by looking at the ethical questions and the challenges of using AI in medicine, because with the great power comes great responsibility, right? So feel free to relax, take your notes if you like, and save your questions till the end. But before we dive in, let's get to know each other better. You can write in the chat where you're from, what's your name, what's your age, and what brought you to this lecture. What's your connection to AI? What is interesting for you? So I'll give you some time to do this. It will be very interesting for me to know who is listening for me today. And so let's get started and see how AI is revolutionizing the way we take care of our health. So, what is artificial intelligence, AI shortly? Everybody is talking about artificial intelligence these days, AI. Machine learning is another hot topic. Are they the same things or are they different? And if so, what are those differences? And also there is deep learning, another one that comes into this play. First of all, a bit of disclaimer. I'm going to simplify some of those concepts. So those of you who are really deep experts of this field, uh, are there anyone who are really deep experts of the field of AI? Apologies in advance, but we're going to try it. We're going to try to make it simple, and that will involve some generalizations. So, first of all, let's start with AI. Artificial intelligence is basically trying to simulate with a computer something that would match or exceed human intelligence. What is intelligence? Well, it could be a lot of different things, but generally we tend to think of it as the ability to learn, to infer, and to reason things like human. So, like you can see on the picture, the computer is trying to be better brain to a better or equal brain as a person. So, artificial intelligence started in 1950s, and in those days, as you can imagine, it was very premature. Nobody knew about it, and it was just like a research project. So let's go to machine learning and know what is it. Machine learning, as its name implies, when the machine is learning. So we don't have to program it. We give it lots of information at it, and it observes things. So, for instance, if I start drawing figures like this, as you can see on the picture, yeah, I will draw those three figures, and I'll ask you, can you predict what goes next? Of course, you might catch it or you might not. And then, because you have very limited data to base on this. And then I give you this, and then probably you'll say, I got it. It goes, these figures are go further. And there you think that you uh, caught the pattern and you'll know what goes further. But suddenly I'll give you this and throw you a curveball, and you don't know what to do. But the computer, no, it has some data to base on, so it will probably understand that these things are going further. So machine learning algorithm is really good at looking at patterns and discovering patterns within data. So the more data, the more trained algorithm will be. And the predictions are one of the things that machine learning is particularly good at. And another thing that machine learning does good is spotting outliers like this, like this tall square. And it's called anomaly detection. So the machine could say, "Oh, I see it. It doesn't belong here. It looks different than all the other stuff because the sequence is broken." We can use it in our life. For example, in banking, it helps to catch fraud by spotting suspicious transactions, like a credit card being used in two distant cities within minutes. Also, anomaly detection is also used to predict natural diseases, analyzing geological activity, to foresee earthquakes, or tracking weather data to warn about hurricanes. And in cybersecurity, AI identifies potential hackers by noticing strange login locations or unusual spikes in network activity. And the next layer involves deep learning. Well, it is deep learning in the sense that with deep learning, we use the things that called neural networks. Neural networks are ways in a computer with which we simulate and mimic the way that the human brain works, at least to the extent that we understand like the human brain works. And it is called deep because we have multiple layers of those neural network, as you can see on the picture on this the pink neural network. It's like deep learning. We have multiple layers that process information, and we have some input, and then we got some output. And the interesting thing about this is that they simulate the way the brain operates. But I don't know if you know this, but human brain can be a little bit unpredictable. You put certain things in, but you don't always get the very same things out, like dreams. Remember, you had some events during the day, and as a result, you get an absurd movie in your head at night, and nobody knows how exactly it works. How did you get, how you proceed from your input, like your normal usual events in life, to these some scary maybe of unusual scenes in your head at night. And deep learning is the same way. In some cases, we are not actually able to fully understand why we get the results we do. Because there are so many layers in neural network. It's little hard to decompose and figure out what's exactly in there. But this became a very important part and a very important advancement. Machine learning and deep learning are both branches of artificial intelligence, but they differ in how they process data, as you can see on the picture. ML, machine learning, requires a human to extract important features from the input data before the model classifies or predicts results. For example, to identify whether an image contains a car, a person would need to specify relevant features like the shape of wheels or windows. Deep learning, on the other hand, uses artificial neural networks to automatically learn and extract these features directly from raw data. This makes the deep learning more powerful for complex tasks. So, and the most recent advancements in the field of artificial intelligence are in the area of generative AI. You may know some examples of it, like ChatGPT, DALI, and all these cute things that produce uh, new data for you. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content, such as text, images, music, or even videos, by learning from existing data. Unlike traditional AI, which is designed to follow specific rules or make predictions, generative AI focuses on creativity and innovation. For example, it can write stories, generate realistic images of imaginary places, compose original music, or uh, design new products. This technology powers tools like ChatGPT, as I mentioned, which can hold conversation, and DALI, which can create artwork from text descriptions. Generative AI mimics human creativity, making it powerful tool for solving problems, creating art, and exploring new ideas. So this was an overview of existing types of AI. Maybe anybody wants to share what types of AI they have met in their life and how did they like using it. Feel free to write the chat into the chats. I will be glad uh, to write to read your stories. For example, I'm a huge fan of ChatGPT. Who do you think helped me to prepare this lecture? Thank you for the developers who created generative AI, especially ChatGPT. It's really cool. Um, so, and now a brief technical overview of how neural networks work, as they are driving force behind most modern AI systems. All systems that we are going to discuss next, they will be based on deep learning neural networks. So it will be cool if we understand it a little bit inside. So neural networks are composed of node layers. These nodes, they called neurons, as neurons in our brain, because they, as we discussed before, neural network, they try to they try to mimic our brain. So there is an input layer, what we give to our neural network. There is a hidden layers where data processes, and there is an output layer. These neural networks reflect the behavior of a human brain. In fact, we should be describing this as an artificial neural network, or ANN, to distinguish it from very unartificial neural network that's operating in our heads. So now think of each node or artificial neuron as its own linear regression model. Don't be afraid, I'll explain it later. What is it, linear regression models? Linear regression is a mathematical model that is used to predict future events. The weights between connections between nodes, the weights of the connections between nodes determines how much influence each input has on the output. So each node is composed of input data, weights, a bias or a threshold, and then an output. And now data is passed from one layer in the neural network to the next. So I understand that it could be not very understandable now. So we'll see. We'll look at the example now. To illustrate this, let's consider what one single node in our neural network might look like. Let's imagine that we have to decide, should we go skiing or not? And our neuron will help us to decide this. So the decision to go or to not is our predicted desire. So let's assume that there are three factors influencing our decision. Is the snow is good on the mountain? It's really important. You won't be able to ski without the snow. This is 1 for yes or 0 for no. So there is, let's imagine that there is a lot of snow on the mountain today, and we'll take it a yes, so a 1. X1 is 1. The next parameter that we should observe is there any crowd, any people on the mountain? We'll say that unfortunately today is a lot of people, and so X2, no crowd, goes for no, and it's 0. And the third parameter is bears on the mountain. Fortunately, there is no bears on this mountain, and X3 goes for 1. So, and now each decision we assign. Now we have to give weights to our parameters. So having snow on the mountain is very important. So we will scale it from 0 to 5 and we'll give it 5. It's really important parameter. No crowds, we can ski with people or without people, it's just our comfort. So we'll give it 2 as a weight. And bears, it's really scary and important, but we'll give it 4 of 5. So now we can plug in these values into a formula to get the desired output. So are we going to ski today? We write this formula. 1 times 5 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 4 and minus 3. This is our threshold. And we get a 6. 6 is greater than 0, so we are going to ski today. The threshold is important because it acts like a decision point for neural network. It determines whether the output of the node is activated or not. In simple terms, the threshold sets the minimum value needed for the network to decide that the inputs are strong enough to trigger the action. Without a threshold, every small input might activate the node, even if the inputs don't really make sense together. By having a threshold, the network can filter out weak or irrelevant combinations of inputs and focus only on the ones that meet the minimum requirement. That helps make the decisions more reliable and meaningful. And we can adjust the ways of or the threshold, and we can achieve different outcomes. Neural networks rely on training data to learn and improve their accuracy over the time. We leverage supervised learning on labeled data sets to train the algorithm. As we train the model adjusts its ways and the biases to fit the training data set. So I hope it was a little bit understandable, and write in the chat if you got it. And this concludes the technical part. And now let's move to discussing real life examples of how AI is being used in medicine. Artificial intelligence is changing medicine by providing tools like for example, symptom checker apps that help diagnose conditions and guide patients to the right specialist. It also supports doctor by analyzing medical images like MRI or CT scans, spotting patterns, and estimating the likelihood of diseases. AI systems are trained on large data sets to ensure accuracy and assist doctors in making their better decisions. However, doctors need training. Doctors need some training to use AI effectively. When applied correctly, AI can greatly improve healthcare. So, artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic idea. AI is already here and has become a powerful force in healthcare, driving innovative diagnostic tools. So, let's take a look at 8 examples where AI has started to transform healthcare. Detecting arrhythmias. Atrial fibrillation, this is some disease with your heartbeat, is a condition that can increase the risk of stroke, heart failure, and other heart-related complications. But until recently, it was overwhelmingly difficult to deal with it because it needs continuous ECG monitoring to provide data about heart and its heart rate and its rhythm. But AI has already changed with that, with the appearance of digital health devices. For example, Cardia is the device you can see on the screen, is FDA approved medical grade ECG recorder. That's the most sophisticated AI ever brought to personal ECG. That says the company Cardia about their product. So this cardio algorithm moves care from hospitals to wherever the patient is, working quietly in the background to analyze readings in real time. So as you can see in the picture, you have a small device that will measure your heart rate and this rhythm. So take a little ECG just in your pocket, wherever you are. You don't need to go to the hospital. And if the program notices that you have some problems, it will immediately alert doctors about your problems. And I think they'll go to you, and you'll get your help as soon as you need. So this is really cool. The next example is emergency detection. AI may improve patient care and also help nurses in hospitals. The company HCA Healthcare created a predictive algorithm called CESPIS Prediction and Optimization of Therapy, shortly SPOT. And it monitors hospital patient data to spot signs of sepsis early, detecting it 6 hours before doctors, and reducing sepsis death by nearly 30%. So as you can see on the screen, in the hospitals, there are a lot of patients, and doctors constantly gather that data from them, and so doctors get a huge database of patients' data. After that, the algorithm learns on this data, and after that, it can notice some patterns of emergencies. And as they say, they can detect sepsis much more faster than doctors without AI, and this is really, really good for patients. So we reduce human factor there. Next example is seizure detecting smart bracelets from the company named Empatic. It can it can notify about epilepsy. Epilepsy is the fourth most common neurological issue in the US after migraines, strokes, and Alzheimer's. And wearable devices like Empaticus, it's AI-powered wristband, alert users or their caregivers about seizures. So if you have epilepsy, you just wear this device, and your caregiver or doctor will immediately be notified if you are having a developing seizure. I think this is really strong help for such patients. So next, this is multiple skin checking app. I found an example as AI dermatologist skin scanner. You can as a user you can upload your photos of suspicious skin spots for an AI evaluation. The AI compares these images to a large databases, accurately detecting lesions that traditional healthcare might miss. So this is very popular. What the AI dermatologist skin scanner can detect the skin cancer, precancerous lesions, papillomavirus, acne, and all these diseases. It can be very useful, I think. The next example is stroke detection. The company Viz LVO. A Viz LVO app uses deep learning to detect strokes on CT scans, and it alerts specialists quickly. Since strokes need fast treatment, this app is a game changer, saving hours for patients to get care. So if patient got a CT scan, and some doctor, radiologist may not notice stroke, but if they use with LVO app, the stroke will be detected automatically, and the patient will get his help. So next example is breast cancer detection from the company Deep Health. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women, and deep learning models have been used for years to detect it early. While not perfect, combining AI prediction with doctor's diagnosis improves patient outcomes and helps to reduce the workload of radiologists making critical decisions. So as you can see on this picture, the left picture is year one, and it was a doctor didn't notice starting of cancer in women breast, and year two the cancer was noticed, and maybe woman could get faster help if they used the AI to detect starting her cancer earlier. And another example, it's helping AI in drug discovery. Advanced algorithms changing how the drugs are developed. AI can make the process cheaper and faster by shortening the drug production cycle and helping find new drugs without overloading clinical trials and increasing costs. Typically, it takes about 12 years and nearly $3 billion to bring one experimental drug to the market, only one. And recently, an advanced machine learning program from Alphabet's DeepMind has revealed 200 million proteins. This could speed the search of new medicines. Just try to imagine it. It's really, really cool. And that is the difference that AI can make. So Now I will tell you about the company I work in. It's called IRA Labs, Intelligent Radiology Assistant. And for information, the healthcare systems in both UK and US are facing a growing shortage of radiologists. For example, in the UK, the national healthcare system is already short by 29% of the radiologists it needs. And this gap is expected to widen to 40% by 2027. And at the same time, the demand for CT scans is really skyrocketing. In the UK, the number of CT scans grows by 7% by every year, and in the US, the volume of these scans nearly doubled between 2010 and 2020. Uh, this combination of fewer radiologists and an increasing workload creates an urgent need for the solutions that make radiology work more efficient. And IR Labs is one of these instruments that may help radiologists to manage with such huge amount of work that they got. So the IR Labs is an advanced tool for radiologists using AI to help diagnose diseases from CT scans of the chest and the abdomen areas. It can currently identify 15 different pathologies. In the image, you can see two CT scans. The first one, the left one, this is without AI processing, represents what radiologists in a typical clinic would see. As you can imagine, analyzing such an image would be very challenging. This region, it's our lungs. It's like this. Uh, this region contains multiple organs, any of which might have a pathology of varying size. And it's easy for a doctor to miss something important. And the right picture, this is the scan that had been processed by IR Labs AI, with all the detected pathologies highlighted in color. This makes the radiologist's job significantly easier, allowing them to focus on verifying findings and ensuring an accurate diagnosis. IR Lab specialists have conducted studies showing that their AI algorithms reduce missed pathologies, missed pathologies, speed up diagnosis, and even bring financial benefits to the clinics. And of course, most importantly, the use of AI contributes of saving lives. So, in numbers. The use of artificial intelligence leads to a 25% increase in the detection of pathological findings and reduces the time required to analyze a single study by 2.9 minutes. It's 21%. And application of an AI in clinical settings allows medical organizations to achieve 3.6 times greater economic benefits. This is because of missed pathologies by doctors that didn't use AI, and so they missed pathology, they missed the recommendation, and recommendation for the patients, but patients didn't come to recommendation. They didn't visit doctors, they didn't do additional CT scans, MRI, and so on. So clinic lost their money. So we are going to the end of our presentation nearly. And we are going to discuss ethical questions and challenges of using AI in medicine. Research research show that AI is effective in medicine by improving accuracy, reducing human error, and speeding up the diagnosis. However, it also raises ethical concerns. One issue is that doctor might rely too much on AI and overlook critical errors, which could have serious consequences. Why? So while AI simplifies some tasks, it also adds new challenges for doctors. Doctors now are responsible not only for their own decisions, but also for validating AI's decisions. Also, many AI systems work as black boxes for doctors, making it hard for doctors to understand how diagnoses or recommendations are made. And this lack of transparency shows that we need to be better trained and we need some educational programs to help some healthcare professionals understand AI and start to trust it. And another challenge about trust is the resistance to AI from traditional doctors, maybe some old doctors who may distrust the technology and hesitate to use it. And overcoming this hesitation means showing the benefits of AI and creating a system where doctors and AI work together. By the way, this picture was created by AI, and I think it's rather funny. So, and by the way, to address these challenges that I mentioned, all current AI system that we discussed before, including my company Ira Labs, have include disclaimers that they are only for research purposes and they must be reviewed by a specialist. AI and doctors should collaborate, working hand by hand rather than in competition. When used responsibly, this partnership between human expertise and the AI capabilities can lead to great advances in healthcare. And in conclusion, artificial intelligence in medicine is like having a super smart assistant who never sleeps, never gets tired, and always has its eye on the tiniest details, helping doctors save lives, speed up diameter, and even discover new medicines. But just like any superhero sidekick, AI comes with its own challenges. Doctors need to keep a close eye on their AI partner, making sure it stays on track and doesn't miss a curveball. We have seen in this presentation that AI can catch CESPs and detect strokes in record time and even predict seizures like some fortune teller. But at the same time, we have always highlighted the need of demystifying AI for doctors and make it less of a black box and more of an open book. AI isn't here to take over, it's here to team up. Together, human expertise and AI power can create a great healthcare system that is faster, smarter, and most importantly, better for patients. So, whether you're a radiologist analyzing CT scans or a researcher discovering life-saving drugs, or just someone who's wondering how AI fits into your life, one thing is clear: when we embrace AI responsibly, we are not just talking about the future, we are making it happen today. So that's it. I have a question for discussion. If you want to answer this, there is no right or wrong answers. It's just discussion. If you want to say something on this topic, feel free to write in chat. And now I see your questions. I will read out loud and try to answer it while you are answering my question. Question one. Are there any regulations that address data privacy and security in AI-powered medical apps and healthcare systems that you mentioned during your presentation? I can say about other companies. I can say about company I work in. We process CT scans, and before clinic sends for us some studies, they must anonymize this. So we get anonymized study. We don't know who is it. We may know the sex of the person and the age, and that's it. We don't even know from which clinic we got the study. So of course, yes, it all goes with anonymizing, and I think in other company it works just like this. It's a really good question because leakages of data is a great problem now. So yeah, everyone tries to save their data and to anonymize as much as it possible. Next question. Why can doctors trust AI algorithms in medicine, like for diagnosis, when we all know AI can sometimes get things wrong? It is also a good question. Before any AI products goes to the market, it goes through multiple tests, a lot of trainings, a lot of studies, and there are some metrics to measure the quality of AI algorithm, and I think that you can place your product onto the market only if um, your product metrics is higher than some threshold. So, and these metrics, they reflect the quality of the product. Like it can, we can say in percent when our algorithm is right. For example, in 99%, our algorithm is right. But of course, AI algorithms in medicine, they shouldn't work alone. As I said in my lecture, they go as an addition, as a helper to doctor, and the doctor has to always check the results that he got from the AI algorithm. So yeah, and there is a problem that doctors that have used some AI algorithms and they liked it and they see how they help them, they start to rely too much on the algorithms and they start to miss algorithms mistakes. So yeah, doctors have to be 1,000 times more accurate with using AI algorithm. It's really helpful, but you should check it. Question 3. How does AI overcome a language or cultural barriers in talking with patients? But AI doesn't talk with patients. I think that AI that works as an app for mobiles, you can set the language, or maybe I think that almost everyone know English. But for each country that this product goes for to sale, I think it has its own product, its own language. So AI doesn't have problems in learning languages and in translating. It can speak in every language. Question 4. What kind of training do medical professions need to use AI tool? They just need to test some tools. So, for example, you are a radiologist and you want to try some product that will recognize pathologies on CT scans. The specialists from the company come to your clinic, they install the program on your computer, and they show you how to work with it. In most cases, it is very user friendly, very understandable for doctors, and it's really easy to use. I hope that it, I answered your question. Question 5. Can AI predict disease outbreaks or identify risk factors for certain conditions? If so, can you share some examples? Yes. I think that we've discussed some of examples of doing this, like as we discussed of, for example, some AI product may see the stroke on the CT scan, and or maybe I didn't understand your question. Okay. So if you give AI some proper data, it will learn, and of course, if there are some patterns of risks of something, AI can learn on the data and became such a product that identifies risks factors for something. So in medicine, you'll always have some changes in your body that you can notice if you have if you're going to have a disease. So yes. And question 6. Can AI be utilized to analyze medical literature and patient records? Yes, of course. If you know, there is a type of AI called the NLP, Natural Language Processing. This is AI that works with natural people's language. For example, ChatGPT works like that. It proceeds 1,000 millions of different literature on different languages, and it can analyze every text and also patient records. For example, in my work, I used to have a task that I had a task that I had to I had to analyze patient records and get some get from the records which diseases this patient had, and I used NLP analysis. It was really helpful. Question 7. What new AI technologies do you think will shape medicine over the next decade? And what do you see as the main trends for AI in healthcare moving forward? So I think that AI isn't going to stop developing. However, some people think that it could be really scary or dangerous for people. It could be like the machines will take over the people. But no, I think that AI is going to develop. We can't stop the developing of our technologies. So I think that the best, the most needed AI technologies now in medicine, it's like um, analyzing medical images like MRI, CT, RX, uh, X-ray. It helps people, and also maybe some symptom checkers, like you could you can share your symptoms with a bot, and it will tell you how to cure. Um, so um, main trends for AI that moving forward. I think we'll discuss all medicine branches. All diseases can be helped cured with some help of AI. Um, that's it. Next question. Do you think AI could ever replace the human-to-human interaction that plays such a critical role in the care process within clinics or medical centers? What are your thoughts on this? I think it could partly replace, if you know, there's such thing like telemedicine. When you don't have to go to the doctor, you just call to the doctor on Zoom or something like that. And I think soon there will be not doctor but some AI that could help you with your illness. Because when we go to the doctor and we have some fever, or we have some headache, or maybe uh, throat ache. It is always the same, and this existed like 500 years ago, and now it exists with the same symptoms, and so the only drugs changes. They became more modern to cure some flu, but we don't need doctor on each patient to cure the flu. So I think to make doctors more free, uh, to help doctors to cure more difficult patients, there could be an AI doctor that cures some simple questions. And also, I think that oh, I forgot what I was going to say. I think this is it. So if you have any questions, we have 5 minutes left. Thank you very much for your attention. It was really nice.